Hi, Broncos. It is Mr. Sloan, and we need to talk about something today that is unfortunate but necessary. So, we have a disappointing situation, and we need to talk about it. Recently, I have learned that a growing group of students has been calling another student out of their name. This is happening mostly in our sixth grade, but it is also happening and spilling into the seventh and eighth grade. And today it culminated with a group of students surrounding a single student and asking about having a problem with them. If you know the situation that I'm talking about, then you might have been in that crowd. If you don't know it, then I'm glad that you have been able to avoid this. But in any case, it needs to stop now. So I'm going to be very clear about what that situation is. It's a student being called Barbie, and it needs to stop immediately. Uh, if you see a student that is being surrounded, I want you to think about who you're going to be. And your options are to be a bystander, an aggressor, or an upstander. A bystander is a person who's a passive watcher. I don't get involved, right or wrong. I just mind my own business. An example of this is when a student is surrounded by others. I just watch. This is not what we want you to do. Students, we ask in our school motto that you take care of one another. And simply being a bystander is not enough to take care of one another. So if you know the situation that happened today and you were a bystander, I want you to think about what you could have done differently. An aggressor is someone that actively works to make the situation worse and more dangerous. So if you see a student that's surrounded by others, an example of this would be yelling fight and joining the crowd, making the crowd bigger. This is the absolute opposite of what we're asking you to do as a Bronco. Again, we want you to take care of one another. This would not be an example of that. The final option is to be an upstander. This is someone who speaks up when they see something is wrong. I stand for what is right. An example of this would be a student is surrounded, and I told my friends to go the other way, and I got an adult. There's other ways to get more involved, but what we want you to do as Broncos is to avoid the crowd and ask for help. And if you can pull a couple people away in that process, that's acting as an upstander. Broncos, I want you to use your empathy. I want you to think when you see those kids in the middle of that circle. What are they feeling? It's a difficult skill to exercise, but you have to think about your ability to understand and share in the feelings of others. So, Broncos, I want you to be brave. Do not be cruel. Don't be a follower. Don't act like nothing happened when you know something is happening. Be brave and do what's right. Be a Bronco. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another and take care of Bancroft. And finally, just to be absolutely clear, anyone that's involved in this, if it continues, will be held accountable. This is a clear case of bullying, and it can be met with suspension. It can be met with changing a student's permanent record to make sure that it's noted on there. It can be met with pretty much the most severe consequences that our school offers. So do not be part of that crowd. Do not continue this bullying, and allow everyone to make their mistakes. If a student makes a mistake and wrongs you or a friend, you have an office staff that is willing to help, that wants to help, and help you find a way to mediate. But what happened today is unacceptable, and I want you all at the end of the day to just take care of one another. All right. Thank you all, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I hope that we don't hear of this again.